my positioning better. Okay. Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for all those that subscribe to me. If you don't, please subscribe and press the notification bell, as you never know when I'm coming on, because basically I come on when I can, when I've got projects to show you, etc. Now, I did tell you I'd be buying something new, and I have. Although I got Round We Go dies, I didn't buy the stamp set. I have now got the stamp set, which is something that I have used in this project because I've used the birthday. Okay, and I've got the Artful Amaryllis. What I'm going to show you, I saw something on Pinterest, really like it, so I'm going to go with that. So I've got these dies. Now the dies are rather beautiful because you've got this detail in them, which you'll be seeing, and you've got this, which I'll be showing you what I've done with that as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's put those on one side. You need a card base that is, I was going to, oh, I did get paper towel. There we go. I did get one. Let's get that, because I'm going to be using my blending brushes. So I have got pre-stuff. So it's going to be 10 inches by 7 inches, scored at your 5 inches. So you're going to make it a 7 by 5 card. So we're going to just score that down the middle. Now what I've done ahead of time is I have cut a load of things out, because I've also got these Peaceful Season dies. Now I thought these were rather lovely as well, because you've got the Christmas and you have got the shadow for that. Then you've got these lovely sentiment strips that you can use, and you can put ribbons in them, and they're just lovely, and I thought they'd be well worth having to do different things with. So what I've done is, if I get these out, and hopefully I don't lose any of them, in fact I'll leave those in there because they are tiny, and I'll put that one back in until I'm needing it. So what I've done ahead of time is I've cut out this beautiful rounded square, I'm going to call it, because it's got the rounded bit. It's got beautiful detail in it. I didn't buy the stamp set that went with this because I thought that's a nice size, that, and that's going to fit loads of different ones in. Now what I've used, and I've done this ahead of time, it's Wishing You the Bright and Beautiful Christmas. However, I want to do a birthday card, not Christmas. So all I've done, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, because I thought this would be the easiest thing to show you how I did it. So I wasn't going to get the Granny Apple Green because that's what I've done it in, but I will. So all I did with my Granny Apple Green, I got my stamp. Now, of course, when it's a new stamp, I rub it on the back of my hand to get the film off. I put it the right way, so you got the Christmas at the bottom, and I'm hoping you're going to see exactly how I'm doing this now. So I gradually just brought the stamp until, and I'm going to lift this up so hopefully you will see, I'm just working the stamp up onto the ink pad, and you will see it's got that little loop in beautiful. So what I'm doing, and I'll have to concentrate now, is to bring that so I can see that it's inked up, and I'm hoping you can see that it's not got any ink on Christmas at all. And in fact, the bottom bit of the loop I've just seen hasn't quite picked it up. So I'm going to go in again, but holding it straight so that I don't get any of the Christmas. And then all I did was put this so that it's instead of like that, I've put it on an angle, and then I just did it. And as you can see, beautifully done. And then I got the stamp out of here, which is the happiest birthday. Now I want to do the reversed on this because I don't want the birthday. Sorry, I do want the birthday. I don't want the happiest. Okay, so I'm going to go again where I'm just gradually working this up until I can see that I have got, and this is showing you better than the last one. I've inked up birthday and not the happiest. Now I know that you can use a post-it note and cover that, but actually these two I felt worked perfectly without having to have let's do it about there. Okay, let's pull that off. There we go, and I'll lift this up. So I think this works beautifully to change your sentiment from Christmas to birthday, and you can do it like that. So I've done something slightly different because I wanted to use more of the die set, but that's straight off how you can change the Christmas into birthday. And as I say, you could do it where you use post-it notes, but I found it was quite easy if you just gradually worked your stamp up on your stamp pad, your ink pad, and it works beautifully. So I did it without, so I've done it fully without, and then I've used the birthday because it fits beautifully on the smaller of the two dies. I'll just show you the dies. So that's the bigger die and that's the smaller die, so I've used it on that die. Now you might not have these, you might just want to do a rectangle in that'd be fine. You might have now I'm going to suggest, I think, and I'm going to say it might be the ship one, what's it called, Sailing Home. Right, so I think the Sailing Home, if you've got this one, you might not have that one, but you might have this one. And I thought, sure, yes it has, it's got this detailed one in, and let's put it on. You could do exactly the same with this die. It's shorter than that one, but it still would fit beautifully on there. So that's an alternative if you've got this stamp set. And by the way, this one is for sale if you want to buy it. So you can use that one. So let's pop that out of the way. Okay, right, so we've done that and we've done the birthday. Now what I've done is I've cut out with soft sea foam, and these measure and you don't have to have this length really. These, I just got an odd piece of soft sea foam, and it's just under 8.5, 8.25, just over, yeah, about 8.25 roughly. And I've done 4, and all I did was put them through my die machine. So look how beautiful the pattern is. So all I did was it's the Amaryllis one. So all I did was put this, and this was 5/8, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, 5/8 of an inch. So I've got 5/8 of an inch, and I just put them in, lifted it up when I'd run it through, and just brought it up to that, took it off again and did that. Now I've done that on all fill. I just eyeballed it, I didn't measure it, I just tried to get it in the middle and just make sure that it's straight. Okay, now what my plan is, and I forgot to get my trimmer, just bear with. second. It was the last thing I was going to get out. Right, just going to take my dull blade off. Come on. There we go. Get rid of my dull blade. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because I'm working, I'm going to build a frame with this. So what I'm going to do is cut 2 of my pieces to 4 7/8. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 7/8, just going to cut that. And so I can use these decorative ones on something else. So I need 2 of those that are going to measure 4 7/8. Okay, no, we'll do it that way, 4 7/8, because I want there to be a little bit of white to show on my card. So 4 7/8, and then these are going to be 6 7/8. So we want 6 7/8. Get that in there, 6 7/8. Okay, and the other one 6 7/8. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So put them to one side. Right, now I'm going to risk this. I've not tried this out, but I just had this idea, so we're going to see on camera whether it works or whether it doesn't work. Right, so I decided I want to build a frame with this, and what I've decided is I'm going to be brave and do it. I'm just going to match those up into a right angle. Okay, so I've got them like that. I'm going to make sure that they're absolutely bang on together, and then I'm just going to cut my diagonal. So then when I take them off, that should then match up with that, like that. Okay, and then I'll do the other side. So I'm going to take the other side, just put them together. Doesn't matter which way round. I can do it that way, I can do it that way. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure that they're absolutely together. Hold them firm. Just get your scissors in again and just absolutely put them on there. So that will be that, like that. So I'm going to turn it round so I know what I'm doing. Okay, going to bring this again to the top, and I'm going to make sure that I've got those 2 edges together absolutely, and then going to get that angle and just cut. There we go, and that's done that. And then this side, make sure it's there so we can see what we're doing. Put those 2 together and put those there, and again make sure I've got that angle, and there, cut those off, and then they're all together. Right, so I'm going to glue those on to start with, and I should have my glue about, and I think I've not got my glue out now. What have I done with that? Where's that gone? It's hiding. Right, so what we want to do first and foremost is make sure, well, it doesn't matter which way round it is, as long as we just do it equal increments. So I think to make it easier for myself, I'm going to get some double-sided sticky tape. I think that will be the easiest thing, and so I can build my frame off the card a minute. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's not bother with that. Let's do this. So I'm going to turn them over. So I'm going to make sure, whichever way doing it. There we it, just make sure that didn't work out. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to just flip them over. Okay, and put them like that. Because I've done it with all of them, it shouldn't be an issue when I'm putting them together. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move that up on camera. So what I'm going to do is just get a little piece of double-sided sticky tape and just or tear and tape. I'm just going to purely do that. So I'm going to fix them together, make sure that these are the ones. Don't think I'm just going to transfer that down to the bottom in case I've mobbled them up. Does that fit any better? Let's have a look. I don't think it makes any difference. I'll put it back the original way. Okay, so I'm going to put these two together. I'm just going to stick my double-sided sticky tape across there. Okay, so butter them together. I'm going to do the same. So I'm just tearing myself a little bit of tape when I'm happy with the position. Just want to take your time with this. There we go. And then we're going to turn that upside down, do the same with this. So we're going to bring that together. Okay. That one there. And then this is just the last one, just tear a bit. I just thought I wanted to do something different, so that's what I've done. Done something completely different. Okay, right, so I'm going to bring back in my card now. So what I want to do is, I'll have it the right way. I've just got a little bit then of an equal increment going off all the way round my card. Okay, so I'm going to just take the double-sided sticky tape off and then glue around it. So take my double-sided sticky tape backing off, glue around it. It's so pretty, this. I just really love it. So I thought, well, I've got to use it in a different way. I've not seen anybody do this, so I'd like to, if I can, whoops, move that out of the way. Just gone and flick that up. I should have used my bone folder to actually pull this down a bit. Okay, I can do that. Okay, just getting that all on there. Okay, so now bring in my card. Doesn't matter which way the frame goes up, just looking for an equal increment all the way round. That's about right. I'm not going to commit fully down until I'm happy that I've got equal increment. Push it into place. There. Okay, and just rub it down in those corners. There. So I thought that was a pretty frame. Okay, so while that's just drying, that's a bit different. And believe me, that was with soft sea foam. Now, peach pie. What I've done is cut out 4 of those and 4 of these. They are very, very slightly different. Okay, so I've done 4 of those. Now this is what I liked, because now we're going to introduce the and I'll show you the dies again, so you can see the dies again of the Artful Amaryllis. So you can see there are 2 different dies. So I've cut 4 of those and 4 of those, and 1 of those and 1 of those. Yeah, so that's what I've done. Okay, now let me just pop that out of the way a minute, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our blending brush. So I've got my baby blending brush. It's a brand new one. Okay, and I'm going to bring in Poppy Parade. Now I thought this, as I say, I saw this on Pinterest or Facebook or something. Oh, sorry. It is definitely off of, I think it was on the demonstrators planning place. Oh dear me, I wonder if I've got the actual person. Just bear with me. See if I've got the person. Okay, so I can credit there. It's not exactly their design. Oh bother, I can't see their actual name, but I'll stick it in the description, because I think and it's on this other phone, I will be able to find it. But they have done something that I thought really like it. So we're going to get the Poppy Parade, and let's get some going, and we're going to just colour the outside of these petals, and we're going to leave the inside, so you can go as dark as you want. But I thought Poppy Parade on these, that is lovely. I really like it. So we're going to just carry on with those. So do some on the outer bit. I want to do more on the outer bit and leave it lighter. So I want to just take it deeper on the outside and lighter in the middle. Okay, so that we're getting that two-tonal colouring. So it's gonna just try and keep it to the outside, these, and let the middle be lighter. And don't forget, in nature the flowers are all different, so you haven't got to do them identical. Some you can do lighter, some you can do darker. Okay, so it's entirely up to you, but I just I like the detail on these flowers, same as the Cheerful Daisy. I do like the flowers that have got the embossing in them. I can't think of the word then. So embossing in them. So just, as I say, you can do them as different as you want to. We're going to do each one. I thought I haven't been on. My life's just got crazy just lately. I just don't seem to be getting the time to craft. We've my husband has now finally got to retirement age, so he's got his state pension. We both really have had to retire due to ill health, and we've basically been living off the inheritance of that our parents left us, and we've just managed to get to his retirement age. I am still 5 years away, but as I say, I've had to retire through ill health, and we are very fortunate because we are sat on equity with our house, but it now means we now got state pension, we're going to be taxed, etc. on it. So we are now going to have to sell our house really to be able to live. So we're going to have to get something a lot smaller than what we've got. So we've been quite busy trying to do something with the house to make it sellable, and so that all takes time, of course, doesn't it? I mean, I shall be very sad to leave this house. Been in it over 20 odd years now. My children wasn't born here, they were born my last house. We had that one for 20 years, just over. So it's now, fortunately, we've got to just move. So I am saying that we are fortunate because we are sat on equity. So we are better off than some people that can't do that, of course, that don't own their own property. So, but it just means that every last penny will be kind of spent on living, and not living extravagantly, just living. Unfortunately, we've never been extravagant. We haven't really been able to go on lots of holidays and things. It made me laugh. I've just seen in the last few days this guy that was saying that, you know, we shouldn't even have the state pension, he was saying, and he was saying that most pensioners are very well off, and he said the poorest pensioners, they just smoke and drink all their money away. And I thought, I wish I'd got the money to smoke and drink. I wouldn't go off on loads of holidays, he was saying. And I just thought, I wish I could do that. I wish that was reality. But I think for a lot of people, that is just not reality. And somebody actually did tell him off and was saying, you know, what planet are you living on? There is a lot of older people out there that are struggling, you know, financially. And now we're not going to get the benefit of the fuel payment. So, I mean, it was cold last winter because we barely have the heat on because of you can't afford it, basically, isn't it? So I'll tell you what my husband did buy me though, and I don't know any of you out there whether this information will benefit you, but what he did was he bought me a Gillette that's heats with a USB so that you can heat this Gillette. Right, so that's my petals done. Okay, move them out of the way. I'm going to move my brush and my Poppy Parade. And so that does keep you warm. So I can put that on to keep warm. And I have bought myself a snuggly blanket as well. So I wrap myself in that. So we all do our best to stay warm in the winter, don't we? But I must admit, because obviously we're not going to turn the heating on now, I have started wrapping myself already, and I'm thinking it was still August when I started wrapping myself up. Oh dear. So never mind. Okay, right, so I've cleaned that up, and now we're going to start. So I told you how many I'd done of those, and now I've got these fatter leaves, I'm going to call them, and I have got 4 of these. Okay, so 4 of those, and these are cut out with Granny Apple Green, but this time I'm going to use my blending brush and I'm going to bring in not Granny Apple Green, where have I put it, my garden green. There we go. So I'm going to do garden green. So we'll just bring a little bit of colour into these, and it doesn't matter how it goes, just give it some colour. I'm just going to go more on the tips again, so I'm bringing the darker bits to the tips and then blending it to be lighter. So again, oops, get off. So darker on the tips and then bring in the lighter bits so that we're going in and out of colour. Okay, and even leave a bit of Granny Apple Green showing. So again, I'm just bringing the tips, can just rub it like this. Let's do some of that. I love playing with blending brushes and colouring so that it goes in and out of colour. I just think it's therapeutic to start with. It's because I felt quite depressed really, thinking of having to move from my house and what I've got, and with but I've just being able to craft, it's just takes you out of yourself. I do like to be, in fact I'm going to give a bit more darker to the bits of edges, and then this last one, so let's just give that a bit darker there and then lighter, I'm going to shade it. So okay, take that, there we go. There, so going in and out of colour, love it, love it, love it. Right, now just going to have a look at my picture that I'm taking a picture of, and the only trouble is with this, I have to put my password in all the time, it just annoys me going off. Right, so let's see. No, I think it's, yeah, so I'm just move that out of the way and bring in these. And these are just soft sea foam, and I'm not going to ink up anymore. I'm just gonna see if I can just get a little bit on. So it's not much, that's really not much, but hopefully when I pull this out in a minute, get these three. So I cut one of those, sorry I'm not keeping you up, one of those, and I'll put it in my pocket because I didn't want to lose them because they're all so little, and 3 of these. Now I will show you the difference because there doesn't look much difference there till you put one at the side of it, and then you can sit on. Let me pull it in a bit closer. So there, and let's pull that in so you can see the difference there. So I'm just gonna, let's see if I can just do the top. So don't want to do the bottom, just gonna move my finger there. So I'm going to put my finger there so I can only colour the tips because I want that to stay. There we go, and let's do this again. So put my finger there and just do on the tips so it leaves that light a bit. Okay, that's that. Let's pop those over there, pop that over there. Right, and we'll do the same with this. We're just going to bring in some colour. I'm going to see how much I've got left on. my mat to just be able to bring some colour on it, but not drown it in the colour. Okay, so that's just taken a little bit, and again I will show you because sometimes it's hard to see. I can't get hold of my fingers. Come on, fingers. There we go. Right, and you can see the colour difference there, look. So it just adds that little bit of something to it, but it's fading down into the granny apple green. So again, we'll just do that. And I'm just going to fetch what I've got on my glass. Not going to get any more because I don't want to go too dark. Ooh, just taking that off. Bring that in. Let's do that. And it's just, as I say, using a blending brush. It's very therapeutic, makes me feel happy, and that's what we all need, happiness. Okay, right, again, put that away and clear up the mess. I'm going to put my garden green. They are lovely together. I never realised how lovely together. I don't know whether I've ever done that combination before, granny apple green and garden green. I'm not sure, but I really do like that. So it's lovely. Right, clean myself up. And let's see what we're going to do. There. Now, I have been playing with the gilding flakes, and I'm just, oops, I've just lost that bit now. Just because I'm trying to keep those in, and it doesn't look as though I'm going to be able to keep that in now. So I'll have to match the other end now. Whatever I've done to one, I'll have to do to the other. I'll see if I can keep those because I've only just lost where that's gone. Never mind, that's fine. So I'm going to go with that. Now, I think I am going to add some to it. So I'm going to get my pen and my gilding flakes. And I'm going to do what I did before, and I'm going to just go round the edge. Okay, so I'm just going to go round the edge to add something. Now again, you could use your blending brushes. So again, you could use blending brushes to do this. Okay, that's that. Move that away, just let that sit for a second, and then we're going to bring in the flake. Now let's see if that's nice. Let's see if I can just put that on there. I wanted to keep it all. Come on. Yeah. Just gonna put it all around without fetching anything off. As I say, you've got so much of this that, you know, it's a lifetime worth of it. You get this great big thing of it, and honestly it's just, as I say, going to take you forever to actually use it. So I'm not going to let it sit there. I'm going to keep trying to use it. So it just has that bit of sparkle. There, we're going to see, get that. Right. Okay, let's just see if this will go off now. I'm not going to stick to that bit there. Okay, so I'm just going to pick that up, move that off. This is where you have to get it all off everything now. Shabby chic. Seen it just go in and out of colour. And I'm just going to flip this off to the side. There's this nasty habit of doing that. Right, let's bring this in and just clean up my mess. That's it, I'm going to shove that off to the side and put my lid on as well. Okay, so we're all right with that. Okay, there we go. Right, now bring in my card. That was the envelope. Here's my card. So I'm going to bring in my card. So make sure I've got the right way open. And I'm going to first of all do my verse, I think. And I've got, there we go. So I'm going to, oh, now we've ended up with them all out. So I'm going to do that to pull them all out. So we'll have that in the corner there. And let's start. Let's have a look at my guide. So I'm not going to do exactly what I've seen, but I just want a rough guide to show me what I'm thinking about, how I want it. So it might start with something like that, going over there, I think. Something coming down. Might have. So what we'll do is we'll lift these up a bit. So I'm going to curl these up, and I'm going to put two together. Now, actually, I think to make it easier for myself, I'm going to get glue dots. Okay, so I'm just going to get some glue dots to make it easier. So let's just, so I've got one pointy one. So let's see, that one is very pointy, that one's not. So there we go. So I've done both shapes, and I'm going to let the bigger one, I think, sit on top because that'll get a gem better. So I'm going to bring in my glue dots and get the smaller ones out. As I say, if you know me, you know that I use my kit glue dots. I save them all. So let's put that in the middle there, and then lift that off and put this together. So I've got 4 of these to do. Okay, so just going to see which way I want them. Quite like that. Okay, I've done it again. It's gone off again. This is what annoys me about things that don't stay on. You've got to forever put your password in. Okay, bring that up now. So that's number 1 done. So I'm going to do another 2. So one is narrow. So now how I'm looking at it, that's a thicker bit and that's a thin bit. So I'm putting the thin bit at the bottom, but I'm just bringing these, and you could just do these with your fingers, just bringing some shape into them. Okay, and you could have them going opposite ways as well. I'm not, I'm just going to have them all the same way. Okay, I'm using my glue dot on the narrow part. Okay, and then I'm going to put the pointy bit, so I'm putting pointy bit at the bottom, but it don't, oh, let me see which way. That's a pointy bit, and I put the other pointy bit at the bottom. So what I'm looking at is that is kind of pointy, and that has got a point on, so I'm doing them opposite each other, okay, so that I'm getting some kind of uniformity. Okay, so again, the pointy one, so that's the thicker one, and I want a thinner one. Okay, then I'm going to get the glue dot on the thinnest bit, so that's the thin bit in the middle there, and that's because that will support a gem better. Okay, and then I'm using that pointy bit, oh, get off, and that pointy bit I'm saying I'm doing opposite, so the pointy bit, that pointy bit at the top, and then that pointy bit at the bottom, and putting those together then. Okay, and the last one, so just round this, so that's how I'm putting them together, so they're all the same. Okay, come off again. Okay, so the thin bit's going to have the glue dot on, and then put the fatter bit on top. Okay, and so I'm getting the pointy bit there, and that pointy bit there, they're going to be at opposite ends. Okay, I said the last one's playing me up. Pointy bit there, pointy bit there. There. I'll do. Yep. Okay. Right. Now, I think I'm also going to use a glue dot on these. So we've got, I can't pick them up with my fingers. Why, I don't know. So I'm just turning them over. Just going to put a glue dot on the bottom like that. Just take that glue dot off, and then I'm going to stick that coming out the side. So it doesn't matter where, anywhere you fancy, just commit. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you do them same way, different ways. We can arrange them in different ways to make them go opposite one another to how that's going to fall. We'll do that when we are assembling. Okay, so let's do that and lift that off. And I'll do that pointing up on that one. I like that. Okay, and another one. Put that on the bottom bit. And that's come off. And just let's put that sideways. Okay, and then we'll have this one that's got all the bits on. Again, I'm going to put glue dot in the middle of that, and that off. And then put that in the middle of the last one. Okay, right. Now let's start to assemble. So I'm going to stick this one, I think, about there. Now let's see, we want it to get there, and we can put that one on that there. So I want to give it a little bit. So I'm going to stick this down, I think. So we'll stick that down. Like that. I think. No, I'm going to let it go that way, I think. And then we'll stick this. I'm just going to stick plenty of glue on there and stick that at the top. Press that down a minute. So remember, my thing is that I am trying to keep my cards flatter so that I'm spending less money on postage. Okay, so I'm going to do it like that. Then I will put, I think, some leaves coming down here. Just going to get the bottom, and that one can go about there, I think. And I will put one in the middle there, I think, like that. So I'm going to hold that a minute. And then we'll have this coming off. Have this coming off. I'm going to actually stick that underneath there so it shows that there. Okay, and I think we'll look. Yeah, I think I like that. So let's do this. I'll just bring that there. Come down a bit, I think, like that, and stick this going on the top. And before that dries, we'll have one coming out the top. We want it to show some of the colour difference, so I'm going to peek it out over there. And let's put some foliage in now, more foliage. So get rid of the bottom of that, and I think I'll put some touching the bottom of there, a bit of gold there, going over the edge there, that's fine. And then we've got this one here. Don't want this one. I'll come back, the jury's out on that one. I'm going to put this one I'll put it off to the side a bit there. Okay, hold that, not stuck, come on. just hold them in place. Now actually, just feel that I want some more of that or more of that, because I feel that that's a little bit not how I want it. So this I'm going to have coming off there, and the happy birthday I'm going to put just flat. So that's going to go, make it look a bit different. There, adding there, and I think I like it. Perfect. I think I'll go there now. I'm going to put that up on dimensionals, I think. So where's my dimensionals? They've all fell out. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to just put a couple down the middle actually. So that will work there. And that to go on there, and that to go on there. Oh yeah, actually, don't it there and there. Yeah, have that there and there. Now, do I want I want to put some leaves. And do I want some sprigs coming in? I might want some sprig coming out there actually. Yeah, I think I want a sprig coming out there. So this is the Cheerful Daisy. I'm just going to pop that underneath there. So I'm just getting that level with the bottom of that. And this is just cut out in gold. So just give that little bit of something there. Do like my fancy bits. Okay. And I don't think I've got a silver bit and not another gold bit. So I might be cutting some more gold bits. That's the way to go with that, because I think I might want something coming out there as well. So let's get the machine out, let's get the gold out and the plates. So I'm going to get a few more things. So really, when I'm planning, unless I've created it already, I like to play and do things as I'm going along, what I feel it needs. So, Cheerful Daisy. I don't think I've got that out, have I? No, let me get Cheerful Daisy out. So I'm going to get Cheerful Daisy out, and I need some gold. So the Cheerful Daisy, we're going to bring that out, and I then need to get some gold. What have I done with my gold? So, just need to stand up. Where's that gone? Where's my gold gone? I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, very good. Right, so I will be putting, I think I'm going to tuck some gold in there, but I can't find what I've done with my gold. I don't think I've got any in the basket. I'll just double check. Have I got any pieces lying about? Doesn't look that way, which is quite a nuisance. I seem to have I can't lay my hand on any, which is quite a nuisance. That's the wrong gold. I've got a whole sheet of it, a big piece of it, and I've put it somewhere and I haven't got it. So the idea is, you'll see on the picture, I'm going to kind of tuck it in there, I think. So I'm going to have some gold in there. So you just have to pretend that's gold unless any just materialises before my eyes. Because all I've got is a silver piece. And I don't want to put the silver on, but it would be coming out there. Right, now, as I say, I want some more of my amaryllis. So Artful Amaryllis is just here. And I'm going to go for, again, this one. So I need to pick out my card, which is, let's have a look, see if I've got some gold just there and there. Unbelievable. I say it's a big piece, so I don't know how it could have possibly have disappeared. Right, so I like to be frugal and just cut what I need, so I'll have that, put that on there, and this is why I did so much prep beforehand, because this would have made the video even longer if I'd have had to have cut out all of those. So I got that. Now I need to get my blending brush, move that out of the way, bring in my Poppy Parade. So I'm just using what I've got on my brush so far, see whether I need to get any more on. Just going to keep going over it a minute. I think I might need a slight bit more, so just bring a little bit more in to deepen it a little bit more. But I just think it's so pretty. And of course, with your Poppy Parade, you could go really, really dark. You could make it as dark as what you wanted to. I think the lady who did do it, she did hers quite a lot darker. I'm doing it so you can see it, but not having it 100% dark. Okay, and then we're just gonna, before I mess up my card, because it'll be one of them days today, of course. So just let's get rid of that a minute. I'll just wipe that up, and then bring this back in and see. I want to stick that. Stick it under. I'm going to stick it on top actually, because I want it to come down as opposed to going up. I might bring that underneath. Twist it around a bit more. There. And that coming down, and it wants to be over the top of that. So let me just get that over the top. There we go. Bring it round. Just like that, because I didn't like that white bit there. I'm so annoyed that I can't see any gold. Oh God, I think I've got any in this drawer. Can't believe that I've just disappeared. Cannot believe that. Is there any? I'll have to give in. That will be, I'll have to do that later. So don't let me lose my dies. So I'm going to get this stuffed away before I lose it. Okay, there we go. And as I say, it will be another one of these that I'm going to cut out, and I'm going to bring that on there. Just double check I've not got any, because sometimes I cut out odd pieces and I put them so that I can use them another time with other projects, that I don't have to cut every single thing out again, so that I get spares. And I'm just looking just in case I've got a piece that's just around that I can just use. I'll bring the big one down now in case there's anything. Oh, look what I found. Perfect. Okay, now that's better. I'm happy bunny now. So, because I want to do that. Okay, and there we go. There we go. I'll just get this. Because I've used this a lot, and this is a very old machine, I wind it through a few times, because as you use it more and more, you can start to dull them, and I have got my money's worth out of this die. I'm always using it. If you've heard me say it before, I just bought the cheerful daisies. When I saw this sprig, I thought, oh, that is going to be absolutely so useful for many different things. So I just had to get it. Like there was one in the what's it called, Shoes of Happiness, though. I think it's those dice. Is it the Shoes of Happiness? No, frame ferrets. That's it, the frame ferrets. I just love the sprig in that, and I thought, oh, can't not have that. Right, that's going to go in there. So happy I found it. So just stick a bit on there, and then we'll push that going out there. Now, the one thing I don't want to do is go over the side of my card, so bring that in there. Okay, that there. Come off. There we go. Right, and you've got to have bling, of course. It's got to have bling. So everything's just fell out of me. And I did see something that I thought, so I'm just gonna see there, right there, in fact, and these were free in Celebration. I'm gonna see what these are like. I'm gonna put one there, and I'll put one down there, and one Okay, so like that. Right, now I thought about doing something with these here. So what have I got? Artful, see, how big are they? Let's have a look what I think about doing something with that. So I think I'm going to cut this out in soft sea foam. Let's have a look. I've got some hot bits about. Let's see if I can have 4. Let's see if I can cut out 4. So that's that. And the soft sea foam. And see how big they come. And I just thought about this, and I just thought Butterfingers as well. Bring it back. Just thought about this die and the bow punch. And I thought about playing with this one and the bow punch, doing different things with it. So I might do that. I'm just going to see how big it is. That, so that's one. That's definitely 2. Get one there, and then will I get that out there? Let's see if I can. See if it just does it. Yes, I love it when that happens. So we got that there. Okay. Go on. That's another one, and then the last one. Okay, easy peasy, the last one. See, let me just show you. You see, I keep all scraps because you can cut things out. I'm very frugal. There, and before I lose that, I need to put that one away. Okay, get that stuck on there because I don't want to lose one. Okay, so bring this back in and let's make sure that they're all going to be the right way now. So I'm going to just put that on there and yeah, something like that, and then make sure that that's going the right way. So the pointy bit towards the middle, and I'm not going quite to the edge. I'm giving a little bit of room, just a little bit to the edge. Okay, and then this one here. So again, the pointy bit towards the middle, and not going too far down, making sure that it's going down the line as well. And then the last one. Okay, and that. Okay, there. So just think that just finishes it off with those. Just put that all over my hands now, haven't I? So do whatever verse you want inside. I've taken enough of your time, so I'm not going to do anything. You could do something simple inside them because you've got a nice verse on the front. Well, I hope you like that. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked that, and stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.